Doraemon is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Fujiko Fujio. Though its series has been adapted into several anime and media franchises, this video will not be covering them, and instead will be focusing on an unofficial release. Throughout the 1960s, Taiwan was very strict on comic book censorship, with the NICT exercising very strong control over the matter. But when things began loosening up in the 1980s, a sudden trend began of adapting comics into animated features. More specifically, in 1982, the then largest animation studio, Wang Film Productions, released their own imitation of the hit Japanese anime, Doraemon. The film was called Doraemon's War with Robots, also known as Doraemon's Robot Wars. It was an hour and 23 minutes long, and distributed by Genhuwei Film Industry Limited. While it's unknown exactly how successful it was, several sources said that it had a small release, and an advertisement revealed that it had only been shown at 13 cities on Chinese New Year. It was said to have sold poorly, despite looking extremely close to the real thing. So, what is the film about? Well, the film begins with Nobita's father losing his job at the factory. Doraemon and Nobita, who apparently live in Taiwan, decide to investigate, and learn that all of the human workers had been put out of their jobs by robots developed by the weird professor. Nobita and Doraemon mess around with the robots, causing them to malfunction. This is what causes the professor's initial hatred for Doraemon. The general plot of the film centers around a robotics exhibition, where they are voting for the world's best robot. A weird professor was really committed into developing the world's best robot, but after Doraemon and Nobita accidentally enter the competition, they take all the attention away from him. The competition is similar to Dragon Ball's Tenkaichi Budokai. Doraemon is forced to use his wide variety of gadgets to defeat his opponents and win the world's most excellent robot award. Doraemon becomes a household name, which upsets the professor so much that he begins to develop an evil robot to defeat him. Wanting to experience the spotlight, Nobita uses a gadget to disguise himself as Doraemon, and is abducted by the professor's evil robot. Once Doraemon learns of this, he immediately sets out to rescue Nobita. Obsessed with ensuring that the world realizes his robots are the best in the world, the weird professor sent out an army of evil Doraemon to carry out terrorist attacks all around the world. Near the end, he unleashes a giant robot in Taipei, and Doraemon saves Nobita, learning that the weakness to the professor's robots were their fear of a certain type of gemstone. With this knowledge, Doraemon goes back to thousands of years ago to find the gemstone, leaving the world's most powerful elementary school students to fight against the robot. Nobita leads in a platoon of tanks, somehow, and Takeshi and Sneech are able to get a couple of guns. In the end, the giant robot is about to destroy the military headquarters when Doraemon returns to save the world. Now that we've established the plot and release of the film, it only makes sense to cover how we'll be able to find the film. Various people who have watched it have stated that there exists tapes of the film. It did poorly, so it only makes sense that it's not as widespread as it could be. The only footage we have is of its ending, along with a handful of screenshots. We do know some of the people that worked on it, but it's doubtful they will release it, and the massive language barrier makes it difficult to communicate. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like videos about anime and you like hearing my voice, then you should go check out my channel, Mumkey Jones. Just a word of warning to you. My content is not for the faint of heart.